a holiday bazaar? Cindy's shaking her head. Can we have a fundraiser dinner at church? Jesus troubled the waters, and those waters continue to be troubled. They continue to make us question the things that we're doing in a place of worship. One thing that I think is important for us to understand is how the temple was all laid out. Surrounding that innermost portion of the temple called the Holy of Holies, where in the historical sense, that's where the Ark of the Covenant was. It was the place of God's presence. Surrounding that space, there was a court that only the priests were allowed to enter. Surrounding that court of the priests, there was another court called the Court of Israel, where only Jewish men who were deemed pure, ritual purity that is, could enter this court. A layer beyond, there was a court called the Court of the Women, where only Jewish women could gather. But beyond that, lastly, there was another place called the Court of the Gentiles. In the Jewish temple, there was even a place for the Gentiles to come and pay their respect, pay their homage, to worship the God of Israel. It was this place, the Court of the Gentiles, that had come to be filled with buying and selling. This place where all God's children could worship was no longer serving its intended purpose. Jesus was concerned. Jesus was angry that the place that was intended for human divine encounter had been overrun, overtaken. Jesus wasn't harboring feelings of hostility or animus toward a person. He was angry about the injustice being done in that place. It was the situation that provoked Jesus' angry response that day. Now, when those that were gathered around Jesus saw his reaction, they asked kind of a strange question. They say, "What sign can you show us to justify your actions?" What a strange question. And Jesus gives them an equally strange answer. He says, "Destroy this temple and I will raise it up again in 3 days." Even the gospel writer himself, John, thinks that Jesus is being a little bit strange here. So he inserts a little footnote or a little parenthetical to say, Jesus is talking about his body. And here perhaps is the most important discovery of all in this week's Bible reading. We learn that not only is Jesus